Hello, team, and welcome to episode 2 of Interviewing the Hero, the Hero's Legend. Team, our goal this class is to create a beautiful description of you, our hero, and make sure the interviewer writes this down in their notes. What do I mean by this? Our brains are not as good as we like to imagine. We forget a lot. And we summarize a lot of one interaction into about a sentence, about a thought. And we need to make sure that what the interviewer remembers about you is as close to what you have planned as possible. You can't always know. We can try to prepare, but you can't know what they will ask you. But we can choose where the conversation ends. They might ask you about what was a problem at your last job? What's your best skill? Tell me a little bit about yourself. And if we have a destination in mind, we can use our breadcrumbs to reach home, just like Hansel and Gretel. In Portuguese, Hansel and Gretel are John and Mary with the witch's candy house. But our job today is to define this message, find as many ways to include this in your interview as possible, and make sure that the interviewer remembers you the way that we want. Let's get to it. Number one, we need to define your legend. And I want in one sentence for you to write down what you would like them to remember about you. The more specific, the better. There are different ways to approach this. So me, when I'm meeting a new student, or even before that, if I go on like my social media, I will introduce myself as an advanced English teacher. So I'm an advanced English teacher who helps students develop a good relationship with the language. It's my job. My job is to get you guys to enjoy the English process. So that's my message. Number two, a student of mine, Mateus. We were preparing him for some job interviews, and we changed everything on his resume, on his LinkedIn, and even in the way he answered questions in the interview to mention WordPress. I don't know much about WordPress. He does. He believes WordPress is really useful. It's a great tool. And he tried to bring the conversation towards the importance of WordPress and how he was amazing with it as many times as possible in the interview. Another friend of mine, Andrea, he works with technology as well. And he likes working under pressure. Me, I hate it. I hate, like in video games, when they have that clock and you have this amount of time to resolve it. But I've known Andrea for many years. And when there is a problem for one of their clients, and they have to go into the war room, which is when they can't leave until the problem is resolved, that's the environment where he works best. And that is a really valuable skill. So let's emphasize how he works well under pressure. He likes solving problems under pressure. Most people don't, and that is a valuable skill. So we are going to try to get the conversation to go back to this point. Now, sometimes we think one thing, the world thinks another thing. So part two, do some research. Find out your actual legend. I want you to ask 3 people, and 3 people is not much. 5 is better than 3, 10 is better than 5, 20 is better than 10. So ask as many people as possible, coworkers, your boss, your friends, your family, your mom. Your mom, I know she thinks you are amazing at everything. But maybe if you hear various people repeating something specific, let's use it. The world has already approved that skill of yours. The world says you are good at this. So it's even easier for us to get the recruiter to see it that way as well. Part 3, a little theory. The rule of 7. There is a marketing rule that a person needs to be exposed to a brand 7 times before they will buy from it. And I think the numbers go up, I want to say like 80% to the potential somebody will buy something if they're exposed 7 times to a product, to a brand. And maybe we will not have 7 times in an interview. I think most interviews are about 30 minutes. 7 is a lot, but maybe we can get 5. I want at least 3. So we need to find at least 3 ways to reinforce your sentence. And maybe you won't use all of them. And again, I use 3 just not to scare you. Find 5, find 7, find 10. And you do not need to use all of them, but if you've prepared them, It makes it easier for you to go into automatic mode and use them during your interview. So I'm going to give credit to Mr. Mahfouz, a friend of mine. He went to Australia. He stayed there for about a year and a half. He came back with fluent English. I'm very proud of him for this. And when he returned, he would find a way to mention Australia in every conversation. It was a big part of his life. I get it. But for example, if you see a bottle, say, bottle, you know where they have amazing bottles? In Australia. Have I ever told you that I went to Australia? And we made fun of him so much that he stopped. But I do think that there is a lesson there, which is that we can pick the destination of the conversation. So once we have defined our message, what we want to say, let's try to lead the conversation in your interview back to that point. So part 4, challenge 2.1, because we're going to get 2.2. It's find an external, non-professional example that reinforces your message. Your hobbies just can't be a negative factor. If somebody works from home, they work remotely, maybe saying that you play Dota is not a good idea because the recruiter will think this person is going to be playing Dota in their team meetings. So it just can't be a minus. Oh, I like anime. If the recruiter likes anime, you are in. Oh, I like soccer. This is my team. Hope it's just not the rival team. But, oh, yeah, did you see this game? Poof. So if we can build some rapport, which really means find common ground, find something that you both enjoy, great. But what we really want is just not a negative. And how can we use your hobbies in our favor is by reinforcing your message. So using Andrea as an example again, he likes to work under pressure. He's good at it. Now, he plays Dota, but we don't want to mention that. But he also played handball in high school. And he was good at it. He was good at when there was, fans watching and the team needed him to score, he could operate well. Many people don't. So we can use that to emphasize that he works well under pressure. We need to find something non-professional for you. Remember, it just cannot subtract from your profile. If we stay at neutral, that's okay. It's just one more example for our rule of 7. And last up, the most important part, your real official challenge, your professional legend, I guess, the other legend. And what we need here is a story from work, a recent story. This is important. It can't be from 10 years ago. It needs to be a recent story that reinforces your message. If you want to say that you are a specialist in this, you need to give an example of using that skill in your last job. Another Mateus, not the Mateus mentioned earlier, he works in the engineering area. He's also a great communicator, something that many engineers are not. So most people go to study the engineering because of the exact sciences. They're good with numbers. He's great with people. He can talk to anybody. So if he's going to mention a problem in his last job, he should reinforce a problem that involved communication to get out of the problem. Most engineers can do calculus. So that's probably not the strongest example, but not everybody can talk like him. So find a problem where his ability to communicate was the difference and help the company. So find a professional story that reinforces your message. And team, sometimes it's hard for us to say good things about ourselves. I think that's the hardest part of an interview. We're taught that in real life, if you do that, people don't like it. It sounds like you're being arrogant. But in an interview, you need to be able to talk comfortably about your skills. And even in real life, this is bad. We should be able to say, I'm good at this. But remember, it's trust that they want to hear the good things. You're not being arrogant. You're telling the truth. You are there for a reason. You've reached this point because you are good at things, and it's time to tell the recruiter, this is my skill. So find your message and find as many ways to get your message across to them. All right, team, that's class number 2. If you're following along, you're already halfway there. We have 10% more to improve. Team, thank you, and I'll see you in class.